Hi and welcome again to Excel's Master Course. In the previous lesson we learned everything about data types. In this lesson we will learn about functions. Are you ready? But before everything, if you wanna us to keep working, make sure you clicked on subscribe and notifications button, and if you liked the video give us like. In this lesson you gonna learn the difference between functions, formulas, and metrics, ranges and range types. Text functions. Before anything we need to know about three things and the difference between them: functions, formulas, and metrics. Let's start with functions. Let's talk about the general and mathematical concept of function. Function is a relation between set of inputs. Each one of them has one unique output. For Excel concept, function is an Excel built-in formula that allows you to perform mathematical, statistical, and logical operations. Now let's talk about formulas. Formula is a fixed pattern that used to do consistent results. Let's talk about Excel concept of formula. Formula is defined as a statement written by the analyst to perform operation. As we said, functions is an Excel built-in formulas. That means function is a prepared formula in Excel. And that means every function is formula. But not every formula is a function. Now let's talk about metrics. Metrics are set of calculations help a business measure aspects of their operations. As a data analyst, you have to understand and work with metrics professionally. In this course we will talk about metrics. And in upcoming specialized courses we will talk about it so many times. Now let's talk about introduction feature that is so important in so many things and also important for functions and formulas. The range. Range is a group of selected cells, or addressed together. Let's try an example of some function which we gonna talk about in upcoming sessions. But first let's increase this symbol of data using autofill feature which we gonna talk about in the next minutes. As you see, range of selected cells defined by the upper left cell and the lower right. Let's talk about this autofill. For example, if I want to sum all of these values, use sum function. First enter it in the first cell. Then when the cursor turn to this shape, drag it till you want. This operation used with a type of range is called relative range. That defined as when I move, the range moves with me. If I want the range to be fixed and doesn't move, this range called absolute range. In Excel, the absolute range defined by put $sign before the name of the column and the number of row of the beginning and ending cell of the selected range. Look, it's not moving. Now let's talk about the main topic of this session. Functions which used with qualitative data, or text functions. But before that, let's talk about general features that you have to know about formulas and functions in Excel. Function or formula must be begun by equal sign. Formula could be data, mathematical or statistical operation, function, or even another cell range. But remember, if the original cell has been changed, the other cell will be changed. Let's talk about substitute function. Substitute is used for changing some letters and words in specific cell. It doesn't change the text in the original cell. It changes it in other cell. Not like find and replace, which we gonna talk about in data cleaning sessions. Let's type in this cell the sky is blue. I want to change it in other cell to the sky is yellow. In this cell I will type equal sign, substitute, open parenthesis. This the text refers to the whole text that I want to edit it, which located in the cell A1. And this the old text refers to the letters which I want to changes them. So open quotes blue. And this the new text is yellow. It has been changed. Fantastic. Let's talk about search functions. I don't know if they called like that, but I like to call them like that. Let's starting by left. Left is a function that prints to you the number of letters that you select. Starting from the left. Let's take an example to better understand it. You remember the first example of the sky is blue. If I want this cell to have the value of the word the, so first equal sign, left, the text located in the cell A1. And the number of the characters which I want starting from the left are 3. Here it is. The word the. Now let's talk about right function. Right is a function that prints to you number of letters that you select, starting from the right. For this cell, if I want this cell to have the word blue, so equal right. And open parenthesis. The text is in cell A1. And the number of desired letters starting from the right is 4. Let's do this again with cell B1. I want cell D1 to have the value of word yellow. So here equal right. Then open parenthesis. The text is in cell B1. And the number of desired letters starting from the right is 6. Here it is. Now let's talk about mid function. Mid is a function that prints to you the specific number of letters based on the first letter's number of its scope, which defined by you, and the number of characters that you want. But add 1 to it. I know it's a little bit confused. Let's try. For this example I want to get the value of sky in this cell. For this example I want to get the value of sky in this cell. So equal mid. Open parenthesis. The text is in the cell A1. And the sky word in this cell started from the fourth letter in the cell. And the number of letters in this word is 3, but add 1 to it, so it's 4. For the second example, I want to get the value of word is from this cell to this. So =, mid. Then open parentheses. The wanted text is in cell B1. The word is starting from the 9th letter in the cell. And it contains 2 letters, but add 1 to them, so it's 3. And here it is. Now let's talk about find. Find is a function that gives you the order of a specific character that you want to find out in specific cell. Let's try it. For example, if I want to give this cell the value of the word the using find and left functions. So first =find. Open parentheses. The find text is the text which I want to now its order, so it's space. The text that I want is in the cell A1. And I want to start from 0, so start number will be blank. So the first space is the 4th letter in the cell. Then =left. Open parentheses. Text is in cell A1. And the number of letter is the find product -1. It's done. Let's take another advanced example. If I want to give this cell TE value of the word sky using mid and find functions. So =find open parentheses. The find text is space between quotes. Comma text is in cell A1. The start number that I want find to start from is after the first space. So it will be the product of the find function that we created in the previous example +1. So it is the 8th. Then =mid. Open parentheses. Text required is in the cell A1. Start from the first find product. Number of characters is the second find minus the first find, and don't forget +1. Len is a function that used to tell you how many letters in specific cell. For example, I want to know how many letters in this cell. There are 15 letters. In this lesson you have learned the general information about functions and some of text functions. Check OU information in the quiz below in the description. Thank you for pay attention. Don't forget to subscribe and apply notification and like the video. See you in the next session.